This is insane. This is an insurance plan being talked about here in this article of $1 billion. But get this, that's per client. We have more details. This is an article from Cointelegraph. I'll have a link in the description for you guys so you can go check them out. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you guys to go do your own research. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. The title of this article is GK8 increases insurance cap on digital assets to $1 billion. Institutional customers storing Bitcoin and other digital assets in GK8's Cold Vault will receive up to $1 billion in insurance coverage. Digital asset custody platform GK8 has partnered with USI Insurance Services to expand its insurance policy for institutional customers, a move the company said would incentivize banks and other financial institutions to start investing in cryptocurrency. The insurance policy offers up to $1 billion of coverage per client for digital assets stored with GK8's offline Cold Vault and up to $125 million for assets stored via its multi-party computation-based institutional wallet. GK8 said the insurance caps, announced on November 28th, are significantly higher than any other digital asset policies on the market today. Lior Lamesh, GK8's co-founder and CEO, said the new insurance coverage would, quote, incentivize new institutional players to confidently step into the crypto space and let existing customers increase their holdings of digital assets. Lamesh told Cointelegraph that GK8's clients, quote, need access to a higher cap of insurance in order to increase the peace of mind and protect all the assets under management of their clients fully. USI Insurance Services, GK8's underwriting partner, is an insurance brokerage headquartered in Valhalla, New York. The company generated nearly $2 billion in revenue in 2021. Institutional investors have shown a keen interest in adopting digital assets, but concerns around regulation and security have limited uptake so far. The collapse of crypto exchange FTX may have exacerbated these concerns, with Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao opining that investor sentiment could take years to recover. Meanwhile, former United States presidential candidate Andrew Yang told the Texas Blockchain Summit on November 18th that FTX's collapse could create an appetite for harsher regulation. Calls to curtail crypto adoption have grown louder in Washington, with Senators Elizabeth Warren, Tina Smith, and Richard Durbin urging Fidelity Investments to reconsider offering retirement planners access to a Bitcoin investment product. All right, so let me go ahead and share my thoughts on this. First off, is that when we talk about having insurance plans set in place, this is going to be a key thing for these big players. So they talked about institutional customers, institutional investment firms, etc., right? When you look at those are the people that are going to be coming in with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, maybe potentially billions of dollars at play here. And when you have a new emerging sector space such as blockchain technology, or more specifically cryptocurrency, where it is very speculative with these different assets, if you're going outside the realm of even Bitcoin, it becomes more speculative, right? Because they haven't been around for very long. Bitcoin itself, we're looking at 13 years, going on almost 14 years now. Crazy to think how time is going by as you follow these things. But when you take a look at that, right? If you're going to have a large amount of money and you're going to put it in somewhere on an investment, or maybe you're treating it as a security, depending on how you guys are looking at it, as a store of value per se. So all of those things, you're going to put your money in there. You want to make sure your money's safe. You put $5-10 in, okay, something happens, you lose it. It's not the end of the world. Hopefully not, right? If $5-10 means the end of the world for you, then it probably wasn't a good idea for you to invest it, because the golden rule of investing is never invest more than you're willing to lose. So that should be said true too for these major institutional investors. Now, the thing is, if you have insurance as a backing for you going ahead and putting up your funds, then that risk is being mitigated. Now, inherently, there is still some degree of risk because something happens with the insurance provider. You're still no longer having control of your funds, right? You're relinquishing that control to someone else, banking on the idea that what they're saying is true. But let's be real. Having insurance compared to not having insurance, obviously the one that's having insurance is going to have more trust. They're going to have more of an opportunity of having big players coming back into play with this. And yes, it could take years for people to start feeling a little bit more comfortable and confident going into this from an investor standpoint. But I think it's important to take note that the majority of people out there are not currently involved in crypto. In fact, if someone was to come into play in crypto right now and you tell them about Mt. Gox, they're probably not going to know what you're talking about. Or Silk Road, they're not going to know what you're talking about. And those were big deterrents back then. So yes, a couple years from now, people might say like, okay, it's shown that it's still around, it's still okay, this and that. But a lot of new players that are coming in, they're just hearing the same thing that they've been hearing from other people. Oh, Dogecoin, social media, this thing. Yeah, I know I'm making lots of money, blah, blah. They're looking at those kinds of things. The average person is not going this in depth into finding out the backstory on this stuff. They're just not, right? They're too busy with other things, raising their family, going to the regular job. They're not even really involved in investing, period. Maybe they don't deal with stocks even. They just happen to get involved in crypto because they saw an ad on the Super Bowl, something like that, right? And so, yeah, anyways, I have a separate video talking about more on regulations and with that of the upcoming U.S. House Committee. You guys should go check out that video and hear what's going on there. I share some more of my thoughts on whether or not regulations are a good thing. And it's a good video. I think you guys should go check that out. But here, what we're talking about with this insurance cap increase, I think this is very bullish. I think this will help motivate a lot of these big institutional players to feel more comfortable and confident to come in sooner rather than later. And I would love to see other big players also bump up their insurance backing for what it is that they can provide. And I'm curious to see how this will continue to play out. So again, I have a link to this article down in the description below. I am not a financial advisor. Please go do your own research. Last up is Webull. I do have a referral link in the description. You can trade stocks on Webull. You can also trade crypto on Webull. And if you use that referral code with this promotion going on right now, you could get up to 12 free stocks. You open an account, you get 2 free fractional shares. You deposit any amount, you get 4 to 10 free fractional shares. They're probably going to be around $3, $4, that price range. They could go up to $300 or $3,000. I've been using Webull for quite a while now. They also have other trading tools, as you guys can see in this little preview image here. And yeah, feel free to check them out. Link is down in the description. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. And also thank you to my YouTube members for your support. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, like button. God bless, and we will see you in the next episode.